century.
18th century, like around the British.
No, British during. And another villainish thing this British did for us, that if we give give credit to these legends, these Indians will not talk about these things, and they will not come to know what is the real culture and real history of Karnataka, so India, and that means we can stay here permanently. That was their idea. They wanted to stay here permanently and firmly, and demolish our culture. And it is they who popularized the idea that Sanskrit is a dead language, it is of no use for us. And unfortunately, some of the idiotic Indians, they continue to say that Sanskrit is a, and Sanskrit, and some say that if you study Sanskrit, you become only these temple priests or astrologers. It's not true. It is the base of our culture. If you want to understand what is why it is like this, you should know. You should go to the Sanskrit text. You see to what extent they have. They say that Muslims are our enemies, but in fact, Muslims, they must have demolished a few temples, but they never touched our culture. No. In fact, Darashuko, he studied Sanskrit, and he wanted them to be translated into Persian so that people know what is Indian culture. British, they started studying only in the 19th century. And believe it or not, Sanskrit began to be taught in Europe from 1815. 1815, yeah. And from where it was started, the first chair of Sanskrit was where it was created. It is in France, not in England, nor in Germany. It was Napoleon's idea that for the upliftment of the prestige of France, 2 foreign languages should be taught here. And the first is, he gave importance to Sanskrit. We say that Napoleon was a dictator, etc. Yes. But he was a very cultured person, and it is he who, and he was giving more scope and more money for the education. And when the expedition was going to Japan, Egypt, he accompanied them. He accompanied some scientists, scholars, and every evening he used to see what they have done. Very rarely emperors do such stuff, so cultured. We don't know all these histories, and some British historians, they say that Napoleon was a dictator and he wanted to become a king of the whole world, etc. But this is the real history of Napoleon, and it is he who introduced Sanskrit in Europe, and afterwards Germany started, and then England.